Hello and welcome back for the fifth instalment of data visualization. Today I'm going to look at a couple of additional seeded visualizations, namely the waterfall diagram and the horizontal bar chart, but with filters included. For those unfamiliar with the waterfall diagrams, these are visualizations that are used to help with understanding the cumulative effect of positive and negative amounts such as profit and losses within a company. In this video, I'll show how the company's profit has been impacted over the last 4 years and what has caused this. Again, we are looking at the same data used in the previous videos. However, before I build the waterfall diagram, I'm going to create a simple pivot table to display the profit figures for the last 4 years by the product categories. So to do this, I'm going to grab hold of the product category, the profit and the order year. But this time I'm actually going to pick the visualization. I'm not going to drop it onto the canvas. I'm actually going to select the type of visualization I want to use for this particular case. So I'm going to grab hold of the data, pull it into a pivot table, as you can see on the screen. Let's bring this into freeform. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to add in some totals in here. So I'm going to show the total on there, and I'm also going to show the total across here as well. We've got a couple of figures over there. Let's bring this canvas down a little bit and get a bit more space on it. Now I'll create the waterfall diagram, looking at how the profit figures have been impacted each year for a given product category. In this case, I'm going to look at furniture, because if we look at the pivot table above, we can see there's been a big fluctuation in the profit figures here. So we started off at 54k in 2013, we dropped down to just under 2,000 in 2014, and we shoot up to 67,500 in 2015, and then we basically halve the profit again in 2016. So there's quite a fluctuation in the profits there. So we just want to home in on that and actually see what's happening with these figures across here. So what I'm going to do to create the waterfall diagram is I'm going to select the profit, and I'm going to select the order year again. And then just bring that onto the canvas, like so. Now, what Oracle's doing here is it's creating a bar chart, but I just actually want to change that to a waterfall diagram. Yep. And then what I'm going to do is, because I want to look at furniture, I'm just going to bring the product subcategory, and I'm just going to drop that into the chart. Yeah. And then I'm also going to drop it into the filter, because I actually just want to select furniture. I just want to home in on that furniture one from above. And there we can see the chart. So if we hover over these bars, if we look at the legend first of all, a green is an increase in the profit in this particular case, and the orange colour is a decrease. So we're starting in 2013. We can see the profit there of £54,400. We move into the next one. This is the orange. It's a decrease. So we can see the profit is now only £1,600, and there's a minus £52,000 drop in profit there. Going into the next year, we can see the profit shooting up to 67,000. So there's been a plus £65,800 impact on the profit there, which is obviously good. Unfortunately, the following year we have a negative impact of 34,000. Bringing the profit down to 33,000, and that's what we are at the moment in 2016, £33,000. So although the pivot and waterfall diagrams are actually showing the same information, it's just displaying it in different ways. In real life, you most probably won't have both of them. You'd most probably select one or the other. The waterfall is a bit easier to understand in terms of actually being able to see what's actually happening. Okay, there are only 2 or 3 elements on here, but if you've got data where you've got lots and lots of elements, that trying to see what's actually happening in a pivot table is most probably not quite as easy as actually looking at it on a visual diagram. So if we can see the furniture is causing a problem. So let's have a look at the a little bit more detail in what's actually happening here and see if we can actually understand what's causing the drop in profits on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this visualization here. Let's create it over here. And what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to change it a little bit. So I'm going to add in the furniture on here. I want to see what's happening within furniture. So we said on the previous videos, within furniture there's a number of different types of product. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to look at the product subcategory. I'm going to bring it in here. And what I'm going to do is actually just change this to a bar chart. Now, what I can see here straight away is I've got furniture now here, and this is the profit over here. So anything below this line here is making a loss, and we can see here that we've got one item in particular in furniture which is making the losses. And that is the table. So on here in 2014, the table has made a loss of £32,000, which is obviously a big impact on the profit of the company. Again, we've made a little bit of a profit there, but the following year we're back into making a loss. So what would happen then is we start to drill down on the table and actually see what's happening. We may start looking at the sales orders and having a look at the manufacturing costs, see if we can actually see a little bit more detail on what's happening on there. So hopefully you can see the power of data visualization and how quickly and easily you can drill down to see where the anomalies in your data exists. Thank you.